Welcome everyone to the special Board of Aldermen meeting for June 6th,
Recording in progress.
2024. Would everybody please join with me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka.
Here.
Alderwoman Tice.
Here.
Alderman Waggy.
Here.
Alderwoman Sims, absent. Alderman Lockmiller, absent. Alderman Gould.
Here.
Alderwoman Harder. Alderman Erger.
Here.
6 members present, which represents a quorum.
Great, thank you. Next up is the approval or amendment of the agenda. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Any objection to approving the same by acclamation? Seeing none, it will be so approved. Brings us down to citizen comments. Anybody in the public care to address the board? Now is the time to do so. You'll be given up to 3 minutes.
There's no one online.
Okay, we will keep moving. Mayor and Alderman reports. First up is the mayor. I just have 3 things. First of all, just keep in mind that this is a special Board of Aldermen meeting. It starts at 7 o'clock, but we're now in our summer session. So that means for the months of June, with the exception of tonight, July and August, we will just have 1 meeting a month, and those meetings are the 3rd Monday of the month, and they start at 6 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. The other item is the street sweeper. Dan, I thought I saw Dan, but I know that we've made arrangements for the street sweeper from Maplewood for next week. And so for the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, we will be using the street sweeper of Maplewood, as well as I think he's got us lined up for the last week of June. And the streets that they're going to be hitting on Monday are listed somewhere, but I know I will tell you it's not the wards that are scheduled to get either trash or recycling on Monday. And finally, we were contacted by the St. Louis County Auditor, and that was in response to a request from St. Louis County Council to deal with the issue, finally, of the overpayment of the sales tax. Most of you probably will remember going back to the summer of 2022, there was an overpayment by the county of our 1 cent sales tax. They were thinking it was about $7 million overpayment. We're not sure that we were in agreement with that. And we were reaching out to the county and we weren't hearing from them, so we just voluntarily made a payment of $5.4 million directly to the county so they get that into the hands of the municipalities. But then the remaining amount has just kind of sat out there, and we've held on to that. We have not invested those dollars at all. We're not making any money on those dollars. We're just holding those, knowing that that amount is supposed to go to the county once we can get an agreement from the county. And so the auditor met with the city administrator and myself this afternoon to talk to us to get the facts of how this whole thing happened. And so stay tuned, we'll have some more information for you. But hopefully, now that we got the county involved, the auditor, we can get somewhere and get this finally resolved. Alderman Plufka.
No report.
Alderwoman Tice.
No report.
Alderman Waggy.
No report.
Alderman Gould.
No report.
Alderwoman Harder.
No report.
And Alderman Erger.
No report.
That brings us down to the city administrator report. We have 1 item.
The Board of Aldermen recently approved the amendment to the CUP for the Chick-fil-A for changes to their drive-through lane. So they are requesting overnight hours and out to work on Sunday. Currently, the code only provides for hours on Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I can only approve Sunday hours as long as there's no outside noise or anything. So therefore, we thought we'd bring that request before you tonight. The scope of they would like be from, this time would be from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. and Sunday hours. And that is so that it less impact on the traffic and doesn't interrupt their operation hours as much.
They're not open on Sunday, right?
Right.
Okay. And how long do we think this will last?
It'll be a couple of months,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do you just need a motion from the board to
or
that
just,
effect?
if y'all have any concerns,
So you don't need action from the board. Is this more just,
well,
do we need
I know
action from the
for
board
s-
for this?
yeah.
We need a motion to modify temporarily this construction hours for this applicant? Okay, we do need a motion. Anybody care to make that motion?
I'd like to make a motion to alter the construction hours for the Chick-fil-A from, as noted in the agenda.
There we go. Okay. All right, any questions about the motion? Okay, yes, Alderman Gould.
Just so on the Sunday, will they be operating or constructing during during the day when the other businesses are also open? Is all the construction going to be condensed on their own property and it won't impact the rest of the businesses on Sunday and traffic flow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, if not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Down to the consent agenda, we have 4 items. Are there any requests to remove any of these items or any questions about any of the items? If there aren't, the chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So,
Thank
second.
you. Thank you. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka? Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderman Waggy?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder? Alderman Erger?
Yes.
Motion carries by a vote of 6 to 0.
Thank you. Under old business, we have none, and we have one item under new business, and that is Bill number 6508, hot off the presses. Mr. City Attorney, can we get a first read by title only, please?
Bill number 6508, first reading, an ordinance amending Chapter 135 of the Brentwood City Code relating to purchasing.
Thank you.
So with FEMA giving us the money for the alternate projects, we had a conversation with FEMA, staff had a conversation with FEMA and SEMA to really make sure that they wanted us to know that since it was over $1 million that we'd be audited for that, which is perfectly fine. But we at a staff meeting wanted to go through our purchasing code and make sure there was anything that would have been questionable that they could look at and ding us and then maybe not grant us any of that money. So as we looked at it, we really thought section 135.170 should be updated to clarify the city's use of the Missouri State contract, specifically for vehicles, and some of the use that we do for purchasing cooperatives. We also cleaned up one little thing in section 135.070. So this is kind of clean it up and make sure that we're good to go when FEMA does their audit.
Okay. The one item that was cleaned up in 135.070, is that subsection A?
Yes.
Okay. But didn't this board approve that already?
Yeah, see, the board approved that limit
Okay.
in June 21st, 2022.
Okay.
It still shows the old limit, so while I was doing this, I thought I'd make sure to
Okay.
clean that up.
Okay. Any questions for Eric on this request? We would like to move this along, so if we could get a motion for a second read.
So moved.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. City Attorney, can we get a second read by title only of Bill number 6508?
Bill number 6508, second reading and consideration for adoption, an ordinance amending Chapter 135 of the Brentwood City Code relating to purchasing.
Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill number 6508 in ordinance form.
Perfect Bill number 6508 into ordinance form.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka? Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderman Waggy?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder? Alderman Erger?
Yes.
By a vote of 6 to 0, Bill 6508 will become ordinance number 5133.
Thank you. Excuse me, next up are citizen comments. Anybody in the public care to address the board? Now's the time to do so.
We don't have anybody's hand raised, so.
All right. Seeing no further business, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.